Anyway, welcome back to another weekly top 10 eBay manga sales. And as you can see, this is a new camera because this is a special early morning edition, so I had to bring in my work 4K camera so you get to see all my stubble, blemishes and all. Well, here we are. It wasn't a really exciting week, I'll be honest. There were a lot of best offer accepted, which, as you know, I can't report the real price, and I normally don't show because there's really no way to tell what they went for these days. But it's not surprising. There's a lot going on in the world, and I don't know how it is where you are, but things are getting expensive here, and manga isn't always a priority. But I will say one thing. I have done the screenshots for next week, and these sort of tough financial times for some people, it brings out some interesting manga, let's say. And next week I've already, like I said, did the screenshots, and it's kind of there's some books I haven't seen on next week's list. But as far as this week's list, I think there was really only one book that's never appeared on the list before. But anyway, well, maybe two. Let's get to it, and we'll start with collections as usual. 5 honorable mentions for collections, and just to show you what kind of week it was, honorable mention number 1, One Piece Omnibus Collection, volumes 1 through 31, so that's 93 volumes. Would have went for $1,123 American, but again, best offer accepted. You want to see more? Honorable mention number 2, The Testament of Sister Devil, Storm, volumes 1 through 5, was listed at $74, had best offer accepted. This is an astounding deal because I've seen that Testament of Sister Devil Volume 3 go for more than what they had the entire series listed for. Honorable mention number 3 will continue with my DVD run here. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself, but Dragon Ball Z, the DVDs, these are box sets 1 through 7, so about 21 DVDs, $999.99. When it comes to collecting, there's going to be not a battle, but a competition between the Dragon Ball Z fandom and the One Piece fandom. With the One Piece Netflix adaptation, it's getting a whole new legion of fans. But anyway, honorable mention number 4, a 22 manga lot private sale. Now, this was actually 22 separate collections. And even though it went for $2,400, this was a massive lot of books. I'm sure it was probably well over 200, maybe 300 different books. So honorable mention number 5 didn't quite make the list, but again, seeing a lot of interest in this. This is GTO, The Early Years, volumes 1 through 14, $591, about $42.21 per volume. Okay, let's get to the actual top 5. Coming in at number 5, we've seen it last week, it went for $600. This week it's Sugar Sugar Rune, volumes 1 through 8, so 8 volumes, $675. That's like $84.38 per book. Del Rey, 2005. Speaking of the interest in One Piece, coming in at number 4, One Piece volumes 1 through 60, includes some gold foil editions, went for $766.05. That's about $12.77 per book. Viz Media, 2003. Number 3 is always a valuable collection when it sells. It's Battle Royale, the Ultimate Editions, volumes 1 through 5, $775, about $155 a piece. Tokyo Pop, 2007. I will say Battle Royale, the Ultimate Editions, volume 4 and volume 5, very expensive. Coming in at number 2, The Bridesmaid, or is it? Eden, It's an Endless World, volumes 1 through 14, so that's 14 volumes, $900. That's about $64.29 per book. Dark Horse, 2005. And finally, the #1 collection, just, well, basically a penny shy of $1,000. Eden. It's an Endless World Volumes 1 through 14 and Tap and Shoe Volumes 1 and 2. Now, normally, yes, it's technically two collections, but Tap and Shoe is actually the same author. It's Hiroko Endo, and it's his short manga collection. That was 16 books, $999.99, about $62.50 per volume. Dark Horse, 2005. Okay, let's get into the singles, and as usual, 5 honorable mentions, and just to show you what kind of week it was, honorable mention #1, One Punch Man, Volume 1, the San Diego Comic-Con 2019 exclusive, $400, except it was a best offer accepted. Honorable mention #2, One Piece Volume 1, Gold Foil Edition, but this is the 9th printing, $15. Honorable mention #3, and this is an ex-library copy in terrible shape, but it's Rave Master, Volume 32, $90, Tokyo Pop, 2009. Honorable mention #4, I see this go for good dollars all the time, but just never enough to quite make the list, but I really wanted to report on this one. It's Yu Yu Hakusho, Volume 18, $90, Viz Media, 2009. And finally, honorable mention #5, just missed the list. It's Air Gear, Volume 18, went for $98. That's Kodansha Comics, 2011. All right, here we go with the top 10. Trigun, Multiple Bullets, $99.95. Dark Horse, 2013. These multiple bullets always go for good dollars. Coming in at #9, Volume 1 of this was actually #2 on the list last week. This is Umineko When They Cry, Episode 6, Volume 3, went for $108.88. That's Yen Press 2017. Now, the thing about the Umineko When They Cry, Episode 6, Volumes 1 and 2 are very valuable books. Volume 3, not so much. All right, let's move on to #8, except we have a bunch of #8s. There are 1, 2, 3 #8s, and they basically all went for $120. The first one is, well, we've seen 32, now it's Rave Master, Volume 31. This time it's not an ex-library book. It went for $119.99, Tokyo Pop, 2008. The second title at #8, and again this is no stranger to the list, especially recently, is the 5-Star Stories, Volume 19, $119.99. That's Toys Press, 2004. The final listing at #8, and I was just talking about the gold foil editions for One Piece. This is One Piece Volume 1, the gold foil edition, first printing. This time it went for $120, Viz Media, 2003. You can really see the difference between a first printing and a 9th printing in this case, and this is one of the very few series where collectors actually care about which printing it is. Okay, here we go for #7. Haven't seen this one for a while. It's Tokyo Ghoul, the Monster Edition, Volume 2, the Barnes & Noble exclusive, $135, Viz Media, 2011. Speaking of haven't seen it for a while, #6, it's a light novel, The Empty Box and Zareth Maria, Volume 3, $140, Yen Press, 2018. #5 is a newcomer to the list, one of the very few we've had for this week, but it's In These Words, Volume 1, $149.99, and this is 801 Media from 2012. Anytime you see 801 Media, you basically know it's a boys' love title, and this is true in this case as well. #4, haven't seen this one for a while either, but it always goes for good dollars. Go-Go Monster. This is the hardcover with the slipcase. Went for $165.98. That's Viz Media, 2009. There's a two-way tie at #3. The first one, Air Gear Omnibus, Volume 5, $179.99. That's Kodansha Comics, 2015. What it's tied with at #3 is one of the series that is in such a desperate need of a reprint. Yen Press, I've mentioned this before, 'Ubel-Blatt, Volume 10, $180. Yen Press 2018. At number 2, I think this one will get the thumbnail. I mentioned on my manga haul video, I had Excel Saga Volume 11, and I said when these get into the 20s, they get expensive. I wasn't lying. This is Excel Saga Volume 26, $200, Viz Media 2013. And finally, at number 1, not a huge surprise. When these sell, they always sell for good money. This is Battle Royale, the Ultimate Edition, Volume 4, $235.99. Tokyo Pop, 2008. What's weird about Tokyo Pop, I didn't really, like, they were huge. When I remember, I don't know, 15 years ago, like, they were everywhere. They actually shut down their US publication business in 2011. That's why you don't see any new Tokyo Pop. So it's always old. But for a long time, like, Tokyo Pop was so dominant in this manga publishing here in America. Here we go with the screenshots of the collections. So not a great week, but not bad actually. It's kind of average, like $675 to $1,000 is an average week here. It's not easy out there, right? So purchasing high-priced manga collections isn't in everyone's, common interest, although it does bring out some interesting stuff. As far as the singles go, the only real new one I can think of is In These Words, Volume 1, although I don't think we've ever had Excel Saga Volume 26 before either. So kind of interesting to see these still go. I mean, there's been nothing done with Excel Saga for many years, but people who remember it love it, including myself. So anyways, thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.